save. As it trickled back to the point, easy save there. Talking to Eric Ballard this morning, head coach of the Colorado Buffs, and it's pretty apparent that he was excited to see exactly what he had. He talked as if it was, you know, it was Christmas Day, and tried to figure out exactly what he had. But you know, it's gonna be a while for Colorado, but I think they're really excited about their future. And we'll talk more about the type of kids that they had come into Colorado. And we have a whistle with 16 minutes exactly. Huh?
You got sound now.
Okay. Sorry, we just had a momentary lapse of a few technical controls. Here's a cross-ice pass. Going back to get it is Jacoby. Check that. Tommy Harrison, another one of the new Rebels, going back at Geisberg. Here's Jake Sachs. Sachs with his heads up, tried to get it out of the Colorado end. He was able to do so. Fought for in the neutral zone. Chase there by Harrison. Harrison, a brand new 5'8" defenseman. Does a good job of not allowing Max Learman to get into the UNLV end. A big hit, we're going to have a penalty, and it's going to be on Colorado. So Geisberg goes off. UNLV is going to go on I'm anticipating a 2-minute power play, and now they touch up with 15:07 to go in the first period. And UNLV, the Skating Rebels, are going to a power play, their first of the season. Now, it would be interesting to see on this, and talking to the UNLV coaches last week, I mean, there's not a lot of work done on the power play. They really wanted to focus on transition, which they did from developmental camp on. So it's going to be interesting to see, with a lack of work, if you will, exactly what will come of the UNLV power play as they lose the faceoff. A backhand attempt to get it out of the zone is unsuccessful as UNLV keeps it in, tries to get it back to the point, but now it trickles out outside the zone as UNLV has to go back and regroup. There's UNLV flying up through the neutral zone. Joe Kozubski. Kozubski lays it off. Eric Williams on top. Back to Williams. Williams looking for a lane. Does it. Cross-ice shot, cross-ice pass and a shot and a save. I'm not sure Cirillo got a piece of that. A good backdoor opportunity. Last time we saw that, Ovechkin was burying those at T-Mobile Arena. Here's a backhander in at Cirillo, and Cirillo makes a great save with his left pad, and the puck goes all the way down to Geisberg with 14:14 to go. First period, 1:04 left in the power play, and UNLV has a 1-0 lead as Sullivan's back to give Toklin pressure. And here's UNLV flying up the ice. Marshall in the corner, looks for a trailer at top, gets it back to Asaf. Asaf with his head up, looking for a partner, gets it off to Malone, who gives it back to Asaf. Malone tries to wrist it in. Cross-ice pass through the crease, does not find its intended target. UNLV still has control in their own zone. 30 seconds to go in the power play. 1-0 UNLV as the puck is traveling around the corners and now finally cleared as Geisberg comes out to play. The puck quickly gets it back. and lost the puck. Now into the Buffs' end is Toronto. Toronto, the second power penalty kill unit is out there now for the Rebels. Colorado's got a huge hit along the boards. Colorado has the power play for 1:06. This is UNLV's first penalty kill of the year. Chased there by Kalen, Salas Kalen, 6'2" defenseman for Colorado. Gets it up quickly. Looks like Colorado is more methodical than I'm sure they would like to be saved by Geisbruck. And the puck just goes back to the point where Nathaniel Cepeda wrists one in on Geisbruck, and Geisbruck makes a fairly easy save. So 44 seconds left on the power play, 8:23 left in the period. Taking a face-off is Cefalos for UNLV against Carter. Cefalos loses the face-off, but the puck goes out of the zone, so Colorado has to go back and regroup. 35 seconds left in the power play for Colorado. They do themselves a favor getting on the board here. Have to take advantage of the opportunities when they present themselves. Big hit on Hetzel. Still maintaining control as the Buffs in their own end. Here's Kalen. Kalen trying to back to Kalen. Kalen trying to get it into deep. And a slapper just wide of Geisbruck. And the Buffs still control it. Here's another wrister in on Geisbruck, and Geisbruck sucks it into his gut and said, we're going to have a whistle. 7:44 to go, first period. 6 seconds to go in the power play for Colorado. And Colorado's finding their legs on the power play. They know it's only first period and it's only 2-0, but they would do themselves a big favor getting a power play goal here. So 6 seconds left. Woodward's taking a face-off for UNLV. Mullify for Colorado does a good job of winning the face-off. Back to the Buffs. And a loose puck found there by Eric Williams. Eric Williams in on Cirillo. Cirillo kind of dumps it off. Chased there by Jacoby. Puck still loose in front in a high slot area. No Rebel there to control it. And Colorado dumps it in, and Asaf just tries to get it back out of the zone again. Colorado does a good job of keeping it in. There will be a time where they find their legs. First game for everybody, and it's tough to travel. The wrister does not get in on Cirillo. Fought for it in the corner, and the Colorado Buffs still finally have it. Now into the UNLV end. Here's Sullivan. Sullivan, big hit there on Williams. And unfortunately, the hit allowed the puck to go back out of the zone. Puck still loose in a high, closer to the middle point area. And finally, Colorado controls UNLV, gets it back, trickles in on Cirillo. Cirillo makes a easy save, and then in transition gets the puck back on out to up to the left side. Puck's not really finding. Not a flow to the game right now, just a bunch of back and forth through the neutral zone. Looking to settle in. Here's Mayer. Mayer had an opportunity in front. There was a loose puck in front of Cirillo, just out of the reach of Mayer. 6:09 to go, first period. Puck loose again. UNLV not exactly finding their targets like they did early on, and this is why this game has kind of settled down. Big move there by Toronto. Toronto said, Adam Trunco, I appreciate the fact you're trying to knock me into the wall, but maybe later. Puck down in the corner, now back out to center ice. UNLV makes a change. Chased there by Paxton Malone. Big hit along the UNLV bench. And Sean Plonsky dumps it in. Puck continues to just bounce around through the neutral zone. No real opportunities since UNLV took that 2-0 lead. Colorado on their power play certainly had a couple chances to get it in on Geisbruck. Here's a backhander and a save by Cirillo. Well, good idea there. Cirillo was equal to the task as he saw the puck in front of him. Unfortunately for him, there was no Rebel there to bounce it past Cirillo as he jumped on that loose puck and forced a whistle down in the Buffs' end with 5:15 to go in the first period. 2-0 UNLV. Paxton Malone will take the face-off for the Rebels. Wins the draw, back out to the point. And bumped off the puck by Gregory for Colorado. Shot just wide. As Kinsella goes down to block the shot, forcing it to go wide, but UNLV still managing to keep it in the Colorado end. Colorado just trying to find some transition, but first they're trying to alleviate some of the pressure. And every time they get the puck, it's more about alleviating pressure than starting transition back on the ice. As Geisbert goes down to one knee to make the saves and dumps it off to Harrison. Harrison with his head up, gives it to Pearson, still fighting at the blue line. Good job by the Buffs to not allow zone entry. Max Lehrman there on defense for the Buffs. So things have definitely settled down with 4:20 to go, first period, 4:19. 2-0 UNLV. And it figured that Colorado, not a lot of ice time, had some air conditioning problems on their bus today. Figured that first 5 or 10 minutes or so they were going to have a hard time finding their legs, but they certainly have. And since that point, it's been an even hockey game as Zach Lawson wins the faceoff, but poked out of the zone, of the UNLV zone, and back down the other end. Chased there by Pererevsov. I'm going to get that name correct as the season goes on. And bounce around the boards, Cefalos. Cefalos has it, but he loose puck in front of Geisbert, makes a save. Puck is still loose, and UNLV pokes it away. Big hit along the boards. Fought there by Eric Williams. Williams trying to get his stick in there to get it out. Now back out to the point for the Buffs. Here's a slapper that never gets to Geisbert, and UNLV back in transition. Bazasov gets the puck down in the Buffs' end as UNLV makes a change. Toronto and I'm going to say this right again. Pererevsov, the second defensive pairing for the Rebels, are now on the ice. Colorado's just dumping it in, hoping to create some, hoping to have Geisbert go out and play the puck, test him as far as his ability to play it and get it to a defenseman as quicker than they can forecheck. So far, he's been equal to the task, and Cirillo makes this another save. So 2:57 to go. Shots on goal are even at 8. And what has been a highly entertaining first period, and you can guarantee one of the trademarks of an Eric Ballard team is they're very physical. I remember when they came into City National last year, that was really the one thing that stuck with me is how physical they were. And of course they had fantastic goaltending as well. Champagne wasn't asked to make a ton of saves all the time. Here's a wrister hit just wide. Rebound. Nobody could get on it, and finally a glove save by Geisbert. Fantastic glove save there. Not sure if the puck found his glove or the glove found the puck. But first he made a left pad save. Couldn't control the rebound as the rebound was in the low slot area. And then finally just poked into his glove for another save. And apparently they'll give him one shot on goal for that. So face off down in the UNLV end. Tristan Mayer wins the face off. And back out into the, now kept in, now back out to the neutral zone. 2:31 to go, first period. Here's Colorado up through the middle. Here's Trunco. Trunco trying to get it off his stick. Then gets it off to Mitchell. Here's a loose puck and a save by Geisbert, and Geisbert jumps on it. Going to save the puck, went over to David Mitchell, and David Mitchell just couldn't settle it down to get a good shot off. And then finally, the shot that he did get off was saved by Geisbert, and then Geisbert again did not control the rebound. Not that that sort of shot was that easy, and he decided just to dump on it, or to jump on it, rather. before the whistle. UNLV wins the face-off and finally gets it out of their zone. Colorado now controls with just under 2 minutes to go, first period, 2-0 UNLV. And despite the score, Colorado has got to feel pretty good about the way they played in the last 10 minutes at least. Here's Hetzel. Now he's getting some token pressure. Colorado's going to say, okay, now you could break our pressure. We'll see how you do that. Here's Fink. Fink off the right-hand boards, on the half boards. He got drilled into the board. Puck loose in front. No Rebel there to jump on it. And back out to the neutral zone. Collected there by Paxton, by Malone. And a puck in on Cerullo. So 1:18 to go, first period. UNLV 2-0. And one thing I was talking earlier, one thing you could guarantee about an Eric Ballard team is that they're going to be physical. And I think they're still trying to find their way, as UNLV is too. I mean, this is not, you know, you look at the roster, and this is a team that should have more speed, should have more skill, but obviously they don't play games on paper. As UNLV wins the draw, shot just wide of Cerullo. Controlled there by Woodward. Woodward was trying to find a lane to Cerullo. Couldn't find one, and that's why the puck went wide to Cerullo. 1:06 to go, first period. Shots on goal, Colorado 10, UNLV 9. And I guess we'll just finish up on the physicality part about it. There's a difference between physical and being hard-nosed and never quitting. And I think that's how I would classify Ballard's team. Here's a shot and a save by Geisbruck. Geisbruck saved. The puck goes back out to Williams. Williams tries to make a move, can't do so. Good defensive effort, and the puck is loose in front, and Cerullo jumps on it. And those pucks, the idea is when they get them into the corner is always to get it to the middle and to the low slot area, in hopes that there's a Rebel there to kind of get a stick on it and poke it home. We saw that on the second goal, and a good effort there, even though it looked like there was a scrum in the corner. Puck immediately was controlled by the Rebels and shot in front of Cerullo, who had to jump on it to make the save. So 47 seconds to go. Clock was running, I think, before the puck was dropped, but nobody says anything. As UNLV now in control, Turcotte wraps it around the board, and here's a turnover in front. A good play there. Good play there by Toronto. Toronto, good stick work. Asking for it in the low slot area is Lehrman. Lehrman wasn't able to get the puck on his stick. He for sure would have had a wide open net on the left side of Geisbruck, as a little scrum down in the corner, down in the Colorado end. So 14.8 seconds to go, first period. UNLV 2, Colorado nothing. If you're not doing anything and you're driving by, watching the game on YouTube, come on into City National Arena, because as we look at the crowd tonight, and then of course tomorrow at 2:30 they'll play Colorado as well. I mean, another jam-packed house here at City National. The way UNLV left it last year before they went to the Nationals and first year of Division I, a tremendous accomplishment for the program. But obviously, sights are a little bit higher this year after setting the tone and the bar for what they can do. It's 5 seconds to go in the period. 4-3. And that's the end of the first period, as the puck was in the middle of a scrum in center ice. We exchanged some pleasantries, saying we'll see you next period, as UNLV skates off the ice with a 2-0 lead. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Dana Lane from City National Arena. And at the end of the first period, it's UNLV 2, Colorado nothing. And we'll be back in a few minutes for the second period. Thanks for joining us tonight. Okay, welcome back to City National Arena for second period action of game number 1 as Colorado finds their way back to the ice. UNLV is already out for the second period. Appreciate you joining us from City National Arena, just east of the Red Rock Casino. So if you're driving by, feel free to come on out. First game of the 2018-2019 season. I would think, if from a UNLV perspective, you have to feel like that's exactly what you would hope for. Unfortunately, the last 10 minutes of the game was definitely even. There was really not a lot of flow to the game. It was certainly even the last 10 to 12 minutes, even though UNLV got the better of the play. But obviously they want to come out with the same intensity that they came out with in the first period in the second period. And we'll see in the first 2 to 3 minutes who sets the tone for the second period. But keep in mind, even though you look up at the scoreboard and it's 2-0, and that obviously is that's obviously a good lead for the Rebels, but one quick goal by Colorado, and then all of a sudden it's a one-goal game. And I'm sure most of you have seen enough hockey to know that 2 goals is really nothing in this game as Colorado comes out and wins the opening face-off. Kinsella controls and gets it on over to Kalen, and Kalen just dumps it into the corner. Chased there by Jablin. Jablin returning their highest returning score from last season. As we said earlier, Colorado's lost 7 of their top 8 scorers off of last season's team, so they're trying to find their way and to find their legs as well. Regardless of the outcome tonight, you would expect that both teams would play better tomorrow, especially Colorado, after they get a good night's sleep and get their legs under them. Colorado controls up to Kinsella. Kinsella gets it up to Lehrman. Lehrman tries to get it back to Kinsella, but the puck rolls off his stick and in on Geisbruck, and Geisbruck makes a save. Well, just about 54 seconds gone in the second period. From City National, I'm Dana Lane. Thank you for joining us tonight for the 12th ranked UNLV Skating Rebels against number 8 Colorado. Ranking wise, this is a huge game. It's always good to start the season off with a ranked opponent, which both of these teams will see consistently throughout the year. After this series with UNLV, Colorado will play Minot State, and Minot State certainly no stranger to UNLV or City National Arena. There's a backdoor shot and a beautiful save by Cerullo. Puck still loose, and Sachs had a golden opportunity with a wide open net, just couldn't get it by Cerullo, and Cerullo hugs the post, making sure that the puck doesn't get in, but the puck was loose in a low slot area. Sachs was wide open, and a beautiful save by Cerullo keeps this game at 2-0, and UNLV has the first flurry of offensive chances to start the second period as the puck trickles in down in the UNLV zone. Played there by Adams. Adams tries to get it up ice, and we'll called for offside. So face-off will be back outside the zone. Talk about Minot State. Minot State came in without a loss to City National last year and got beat by UNLV. The Rebels, it's kind of their signature win on the year. And it was good to hang that first loss off on them. Here comes the Buffs. Here's Lehrman. Lehrman gets the puck poked away and back down into the Colorado end. Jacoby went back to play it. Still back out to the point. Kept him by UNLV. Set score! Well, a great job of keeping the puck in the offensive zone as Colorado tried to clear it. Puck went back out to Plonsky, and Plonsky waited until he had a clear shot on Cerullo, and a wrister beat him to the left-hand corner, and UNLV takes a 3-0 lead over Colorado with 17:43 to go in the second period. Big hit there by Hetzel. Paxton Malone gets a assist on it. Here's another wrister and a save. Same type of shot. The puck went out to Marshall. Marshall said, well, let me try it from this side as well. Cerullo was there to make the save. And UNLV's come out buzzing in the second period. It was very important for Colorado to get that third goal. And now it is absolutely necessary for them to get the fourth goal. They face off into Colorado. Win, shot just wide of Cerullo. A clean win by Cefalos. And Cefalos got it off his stick. Here's a centering pass, and Asaf couldn't bury it. Good idea there by Asaf as he was in the high slot area, just in good wood on it, but UNLV still controls. Asaf, wrister, to the backside, score! Zach Lawson buries it home. And you have to think that that was a setup from Asaf. And Asaf, from the right point, shoots it in back of Cerullo. And of course, practicing here every day, knew exactly the bounce that he would get. And UNLV, on the strength of their fourth goal, now has a commanding lead of 4-0. We'll see if there's a second assist on that. We know Asaf will get the first assist. Beautiful goal by Lawson. That's Lawson's second goal. Pearson Pearson will get the assist on that. Pretty sure there should be a second assist on that, but Pearson was only mentioned. And UNLV controls down in their defensive zone as Colorado has nothing to lose at this point. They're applying a ton of pressure on the Rebels. Shot saved by Geisbrecht. Well, the pressure paid off, and now they're going all out because they need to score this next goal. So it's heavy forechecking on the Rebels. And it almost paid off there, but Geisbrecht, a fantastic blocker save. Puck now in the corner, battle there, and won by the Buffs. UNLV finally grabs a hold of the puck in transition, in deep on Cerullo. Here's a big hit. Big hit on Sachs. Sachs was trying to use his speed to go around and a wrap around to the other side of Cerullo. But Colorado was there. Big hit there by Gregory. Loose puck in front. Colorado finally controls. Here's Gregory again. Puck bounces off of Gregory's stick, and we're going to have a whistle. Well, you couldn't have asked for a better start. It was the same start that UNLV had to start the first period. 2 quick goals set the tone for the Rebels early, and now 2 quick more. We'll see if I can get through the grammar of this one. 2 more quick goals in the second period. Give UNLV a 4-0 lead. There's Turcotte. Turcotte was hoping to jump on that loose puck, knowing that Cerullo was not in a position to make the save. We're going to have a penalty, and that's going to be on UNLV. And it looks like we're going to have a tripping call. So Colorado, you would have to circle this power play as an extremely important part of the game if they hope to come back, or at least hope to get on the board. Penalties going to Jared Turcotte. So Turcotte will serve 2 minutes, and Colorado can circle this as their first big power play of the season. $2 minutes for kneeing on Turcotte. Colorado controls out to the point. Here's Javelin. Javelin wrister to the point. Saved by Geisberg. Not sure if it ever got to him, but he was in the position to make the save as Colorado still controls. Backhanded in deep by Kalen. Chased there by the Buffs. UNLV packing it in, making it extremely difficult for any pucks to find their way into the slot area. Shot in high on Geisberg. Geisberg makes a save as the puck bounces back out. Rebound controlled by Colorado. Shot just wide from the point. It was Kinsella. Kinsella was hoping to catch Geisberg napping. Colorado comes away with it. The back of Geisberg still can't get in the middle. UNLV doing a great job of keeping the Buffs to the perimeter. And if you can keep the Buffs to the perimeter on a power play, you're doing a great job. Here's a shot, doesn't get in, blocked in front. UNLV tries to clear, finally does. Out to neutral zone. Or out to the neutral zone, rather. Taken there by Javelin. Javelin dumped it back into the UNLV end. 35 seconds to go in the power play. 4-0 UNLV. And Colorado mishandles the puck, and the Rebels dumped it all the way back down to Cirillo. Kinsella goes back for the Buffs. He's joined there by Mitchell. Cross ice pass into the UNLV end. 13 seconds to go on the power play. 12:56 to go in the second period. 4-0 UNLV. And UNLV is going to kill off this penalty with 4 seconds to go. Bounces off the backboard. Loose puck in front. Lifted up just out of the reach of the top corner. Lawson was looking for another, and now another turnover. Here comes the Rebels. Shot in. Weak puck in front of Cirillo, and Cirillo just decides to jump on it to stop play. Well, UNLV has definitely been the aggressors in the second period. Cirillo has been busy. Cirillo has faced 17 shots tonight, allowing 4 goals. Face off into Colorado zone. Won there cleanly by the Buffs. Taken by Doyle. Doyle tried to get it out of the zone and does. Now Colorado has something cooking in front. Shot in on Geisberg. The shot goes just wide and out of play of Geisberg. So Doyle was there in front again. Could have picked his spot. And it looks like the puck went out of play as Doyle tried to pick a corner. For Colorado, really the idea at this point is heavily forecheck, get as many shots to the net as possible, and jump on those loose pucks in front that Geisberg has been giving up a few of them tonight as far as rebounds are concerned. Here's a turnover, backhander, score! Well, Colorado gets one back with 12:05 to go in the first period on a UNLV turnover. And a backhander up over the right shoulder of Geisberg gives Colorado their first goal of the 2018-2019 season. And we'll get exactly who scored the goal and the assist in a second as soon as we get the official announcement. So now it's time for UNLV to regroup. And this will be the first time that we'll see how they react after giving up a goal, even though they have a 4-1 lead. Here's a shot, hits the crossbar. UNLV said, we're gonna respond like that. Kozubski has the puck now, tries to backhand it out, still in control, now does backhand it, back to the point. Over to the right point, trying to find a lane, bounces just wide of Cirillo. And UNLV almost got it back as quickly as they gave up that last goal. Rebels still buzzing in their own zone. Wrister in just wide of Cirillo. Gigantic hit by Woodward. Now chased there by Williams. Williams skating in, trying to force turnovers. And finally the puck goes out to neutral zone and we're gonna have a whistle. So tons of action in this second period, despite the 4-1 UNLV lead. The shots on goal remain even for the game and for the period. And like we said earlier, no matter what the scoreboard says, you can guarantee that this Buffs team will not quit. There's a wrister in, and Cirillo just decides to jump on it. Big hit behind the play on Kinsella. And Kinsella now talking to Sachs. Sachs is pleading his case. And Kinsella nodding his head like he's got Sachs' number on that. Face-off will be down in the Buffs' end. Taking the face-off for UNLV is Mayer. Still undecided apparently for Colorado. .14, who is not on my roster, comes in. I would look for Turcotte here. Turcotte, well, that's moot. Got to win the draw, but Turcotte makes his presence known by a big hit on Kinsella. And going back down the other way, good poke check, and we're going to have another penalty. And we're going to see what this is. It looked like it was a slash, but it's on the other end of the ice, so I don't exactly have a clear view of that, but we're going to see exactly what it is. It looks like it's going to be, I can't even speculate who it's on. And it looks like it's going to be on UNLV, so. And it looks like Mayer's going to the bench. But we'll get the official word on that. I got to look through the teams, but I thought I saw 22 go to the bench. So here's another opportunity for the Buffs. And that was Tristan Mayer going to the bench. So here's the Buffs. Slapper doesn't get in on Geisberg. A big block by UNLV. And Colorado is buzzing because they know if they can get this lead and make it, or get this goal and make it a 2-goal game, well, then we have a brand new hockey game as Colorado still controls. No pucks getting to Geisberg yet. UNLV doing a good job of clogging the middle. Rebels keeping Colorado to the perimeter, just tying them up in the corner. Winning loose puck battles, and we're going to have another whistle. And we're going to see who this is on. And it's just a little bit difficult at this angle because I have to look through the glass. But coming off the ice is Plonsky for UNLV, so looks like there's not going to be any penalty on that, although Plonsky is certainly hurting as he's going back to the UNLV dressing room. Here's a wrister in front, saved by Geisberg. 1 minute, 9 seconds to go on the Buffs power play. Here's a wrister just wide. We'll get a word on Plonsky as soon as we can. Lehrman was trying to bury it on the other side as the puck goes back to Kinsella. Kinsella looked like and there's a shot and a score. Well, Kinsella dumped it in. I don't know if Geisberg gave up the rebound or not, but Colorado scores a power play goal, and all of a sudden with 9:21 to go in the second period, it's 4-2 UNLV. And we talked about how this Colorado team will not quit. That's not what this team or university has ever been about. So 4-2 with 9:21 to go. And now UNLV has got to answer these goals or Colorado's going to start feeling it, if not already. Colorado wins the draw. Here's a slapper. I think Geisberg got it. It's loose in front. Puck is still loose. And now it's blown dead. As from this angle, it looked like about 8 guys jumped on it. And the puck is blown dead. So 9:04 to go in second period. UNLV 4, Colorado 2. Both teams have put up 2 goals this period. But right now, Colorado has an 8-6 shot advantage in the second period. Loose puck in front of Geisbrecht. Nobody there to poke it home for Colorado. But the puck still down in the UNLV end. Fought there in the corner with 8:43 to go, second period. Trying to poke the puck loose. Finally they do, and here comes UNLV, head of steam. It gets poked away. Good job there by Colorado. Here's a loose puck in front, a move in front. Unable to corral it. Fink was, if he could just get the puck out of his stick, he had a shot, at least a one-on-one shot with Cerullo. Wasn't able to do that as it was poked away. And UNLV had almost a golden opportunity to extend their lead by 3 goals. Great crowd once again at City National. Never disappoints, as hockey season always officially starts here in Vegas. There's a backhander and a save by Cerullo. And then a cross check. But I've watched enough playoff hockey to know that never gets called. Cross check by number 4 is not on my roster. So we'll see if there's going to be a call on that. I mean, there certainly should be a call on that, but I understand why you did it. But we're going to see if there's any. Doesn't look like there's any call on that, so apparently cross-checking is legal. Kozubski will take the draw in the Colorado end. Face-off won there by the Buffs. 4 is Robinson from Colorado. Thank you for putting your names on the back. I would love that. Here's Woodward. Woodward trying to make a power move in front. And Cerullo seems to be getting stronger as the game goes on. Takes him about 5 minutes to get his legs at the beginning of every period. At least it has so far. But after that, he's been fantastic in net for the Buffs. Face-off taken by Kozubski. Here's Woodward. Woodward shot it just wide. And that's it. That was played to perfection. The idea was to win the face-off, get it back to Woodward. Woodward was going to skate until he found a lane. And now we're going to have another penalty. And it looks like this is going to go on UNLV as well. And Cody Williams is getting into it with Silas Kalin. So it looks like Colorado's going to another power play with 7:38 to go. And, you know, it's my 3rd season doing UNLV skating hockey. And one of the things that has always kind of been there for UNLV throughout the years is, you know, they would get a lead and then they would relinquish it, or at least try to make things interesting by committing penalties that were unnecessary. And probably one right there by Kozubski. Kozubski will do 2 minutes, and Colorado going to another power play, hoping to make this a 1-goal game with 7:37 to go in the second period. Colorado wins the faceoff, keeps it down in the UNLV end. Swings it down low. Here's a wrister and a save by Geisbrecht. That probably would have went wide, but Geisbrecht decides to go out and make the save. So as long as I've been with the program, whether it was at a Division II level or Division I level, it's always kind of been the label as bad penalties as the game goes on to keep things interesting. And so far tonight, that label's held true. Here's the Buffs in the corner looking to get it back to the point. Kinsella waiting for the puck, yet to receive it. Instead of cross-ice pass, and Geisbrecht goes down for the save 1, makes save number 2, and then finally jumps on the puck. And instead of getting it back to Kinsella at the point, they decided to go cross ice. I don't think there's anybody that hasn't watched the Washington Capitals play, and we certainly have seen a lot of that so far tonight. Giving me bad memories from last Stanley Cup final. 1:28 to go in the power play, 7:07 to go, second period, 4-2 UNLV. Face-off down in the Rebels' end. Not won cleanly. Puck still trying to find a home. Back out to Colorado. Colorado shoots just wide. Kinsella, who has a bomb from the point, shoots it just wide of Geisberg. Colorado still controls. Shot from behind doesn't separate the puck handler from the puck. Here's Kinsella. Kinsella tries to wind up again. Cross-ice pass doesn't find its intended target, rather. And then chased there by Lawson. Lawson's trying to backhand it out. Can't poke it out of the zone. 50 seconds to go in the power play. 4-2, Colorado. Second period from City National. Loose puck in front. Colorado almost jumped on that to make it a one-goal game, or at least an opportunity. Colorado still has it. Shot on the shot on the far corner doesn't make it past Geisberg. I don't think it ever got to him. Just trying to locate the puck there for a second. Loose puck in front of Geisberg again, and now we have a whistle. So when you're at center ice there, you lose track of the puck for a second. So just trying to find it again. But we knew again that short side was open. It just wasn't able to bury it home. We've seen both teams have trouble doing that tonight. 20 seconds to go in the power play, second period. Still controlled by the Buffs. Slapper from the point. Geisberg gets a piece of it. Colorado still controls. 11 seconds, 10 seconds to go in the power play. UNLV keeping them to the perimeter, but another shot in on Geisberg. Seems like it hit his mask, and he made the save, and they blew the whistle. So they're getting shots in on Geisberg, but they are from the side. Not a lot of shots in that high traffic area in front. 5 seconds to go in the power play. Big face-off down in the Rebel end. Again, won by Colorado. Shot blocker saved by Geisberg, and the power play is over. So 4-2 UNLV. Power play is over, and finally, here comes UNLV back into the buff zone. Kozubski tried to enter. Colorado denied him, and back out to center ice as we have an icing call. So 5:24 to go, second period. I am looking over at the famous Marc-Andre Fleury. I often look at my dog and think, you know what? You need a sweater, my friend. Face off into Colorado, and one there by the Rebels. Shot doesn't get on Cirillo. Back to the point. Not over to the left point. Cross-ice pass, shot, score! Well, a beautiful cross-ice pass to Bryce Woodward, and Woodward buries his first goal as a Rebel to give UNLV a much-needed 5-2 lead. And a fantastic goal by Woodward, who both of these teams are making the goaltenders go post to post. UNLV did it that time, and Woodward beats Cirillo to make it 5-2 UNLV with 5:10 to go in the second period. And this second period has been extremely entertaining. A wrister doesn't find its way to Geisberg as Trunco tried to answer for Colorado. I actually think that's Woodward's second goal tonight. We'll get an official scoring on that, but I think that's his second goal tonight. We'll go to the scores in between, official scoring in between period, get an update on the score sheet. So 4:36 to go, second period. UNLV has extended their lead to 5-2 again. And that makes this next goal extremely important for Colorado once again as they continue to play catch-up. Here's UNLV, backhander and a save by Cirillo. Great backhander by Toronto. Puck still loose in front. Nobody from UNLV jumping on it, so here comes Robinson from the Buffs. Through center ice. Shot in on Geisberg and a save. An end-to-end action between UNLV and Colorado with 4 minutes to go in the second period. Puck out to the point. Shot in on Geisberg and he makes the save. And we're going to have a stoppage and play as sticks get up for a minute. Well, if you came out to City National Arena to see hockey kicked off in the city of Las Vegas, you sure have not been disappointed. Because through 36 minutes of hockey, we've seen 47 shots on net and 7 goals, 5 by UNLV. Shot goes back to the point, Geisberg makes the save. Well, we certainly have seen Colorado get the better of the face-offs. And they've done a great job of winning those face-offs, getting them back to Kinsella. Kinsella seems to be the target on every draw, as Kinsella and Kalen are at the point, are manning the point for Colorado. Again, Colorado wins the draw. Back to Kinsella. Wrister wide of Geisberg. May have hit his blocker. As Colorado still controls. And now UNLV with the puck up through the middle. 3:44 to go in the second period. Dumped in behind Cerullo. Chased there by Pearson. Pearson with his head up. Thinks about getting it back to the point. Doesn't. Gets it in down low to Cefalos. Cefalos cycles it around down to Lawson. Lawson with his head up trying to find a teammate. Can't do it, and finally turns the puck over. Here's the Buffs. Doyle looking for a centering pass, gets it. Shot in at Geisberg. Geisberg makes the save. Transition back the other way, unsuccessful. It's Colorado shuts it off there. Colorado shuts it off over in the half board. And now scrum in the corner. UNLV desperately trying to get it out of their end. UNLV's had the better of the goals, but I think both teams can be happy with their offensive pressure tonight. Again, another turnover. And it's going to be whistled there for an offside. Just looking down at 44. I gotta get these rosters. So I'm looking at 44 for Colorado. I see no 44 on the roster, and I'm sure his good folks back in Colorado would love to have his name, but we need to get that updated on the website. Face-off won by the Buffs, 2:45 to go. Geisberg thought about going out to play it. Thinks better of it, goes back in the net. Still fought there in the corner. Nobody with control yet. Every time somebody gets a puck on it, gets poked away. Punch back in towards Geisberg. Doesn't touch his stick. And now, here's a backhander by Sachs. Sachs scores! Well, it won't be the last time, and it certainly isn't the first time. But it looked like Sachs came in on the backhander, and it looked like from the angle it went in. It did not go in, but there is going to be a penalty on the play. So UNLV will go on the power play again. So still 5-2, 2:20 to go in the game. 2:20 to go in the period. And Woodward looking for another goal in a 2-minute penalty. That penalty is going to Matt Adams. Adam is defenseman from Highland Ranch. So 1:58 to go, and the second period. 1:34 to go in the second period. Here comes the Rebels. Here's Williams. Williams makes an inside move. Good defensive job by Jacoby, not allowing Williams to make that inside move that he's so famous for. Williams will come right up the right side of the ice, make a little inside move, and usually finds himself one-on-one with the opposing netminder. Big hit right in front of me, and finally thrown down the ice by Patalva. 55 seconds to go in the power play. 1:13 to go second period. 5-2 UNLV, but UNLV's looking for more. Good stick work there by Colorado. Doesn't allow UNLV entry into the offensive zone. Now a loose puck in front as Patalova's going for it. Loses the puck, and UNLV regains control. 34 seconds to go on the power play. 52 seconds left in the period, and Kinsella gets the puck for the Buffs and just shoots it back down the ice. Geisberg goes out to play it, lays it off. 20 seconds to go on the power play. UNLV trying to regroup, trying to at least get a quality shot off on the bus, but they're doing a great job of killing off this penalty. Kalen goes back, and now UNLV with 8 seconds to go on the power play. Gets it back to the point. Here's a soft, cross-sized pass. Shot, saved by Cirillo. Loose puck in front, cleared out there by the Buffs. 19 seconds to go, second period. And a shot just wide, didn't go out of play. So we have still 13 seconds to go, second period. Colorado back to the point. Here's Kalen. Kalen looking for a lane, can't find one. Colorado trying to get one last good shot off. Intercepted there by UNLV. 2 seconds to go. On over the blue line, it's going to be offsides anyway as the second period comes to a close. So up and down action, 51 shots at the end of the second period between both of these teams. UNLV scored 3 goals in the second period, Colorado 2, and an extremely entertaining game to start the 2018-2019 season. Thanks for joining us from City National Arena. I'm Dana Lane. We'll be back for third period action right after this. Okay, welcome back to City National Arena for third period action between the Skating Rebels of UNLV and the Buffaloes from Colorado. I'm Dana Lane, settle in for the third period. UNLV has a 5-2 advantage with 20 minutes to go in this one. And as we saw in the second period, this game is certainly not over, but this first goal in the third period is extremely important to both teams, as Kozubski will take the draw for UNLV. Wins the faceoff, tries to get it over to Woodward. Intercepted there by the Buffs. Puck bouncing around in the neutral zone, trying to find a home. Finally does on a Buff stick. Back through the neutral zone, dumped in on Geisbrecht, and Geisbrecht makes a save as Carter was bearing down on him. Well, what a way to start my third year, and what a way to start the 2018-19 season. Kozubski will take the draw again against Carter. Asaf controlled it for his second, and Carter took the puck off of Asaf's stick. Colorado still controls into the UNLV end. Woodward tried to poke it out, unsuccessful in doing so. Still in the UNLV end. Eric Williams, that is, chased it, and Colorado coming out in the third period. Looks like they got some spring in their step as Lehrman had it poked off his stick. UNLV trying to clear, finally does. Chased there by Kinsella. And Colorado finally controls the puck. Almost a turnover there. No harm, no foul by the Buffs, as the puck is punched back down into the UNLV end. Token pressure by Kalen as the Rebels clear. Back up through the neutral zone. A lot of upgrades here at City National. We see a lot of signage, and of course a big giant shield. The Golden Knights shield is on the north end of the arena. And if you haven't been down to City National, do yourselves a favor and get out here and see this beautiful arena. This puck gets off to Perevasov. Perevasov dumps it back down in the corner. 5-4. UNLV still controls back out to the point. And the puck is loose, and Geisbrecht comes out to play it. As Mitchell was coming down hard to try to get control of the puck and perhaps poke it past Geisbrecht to turn this into a two-goal game. 17:58 to go in the game. UNLV still in control, keeps it in their own zone. Here's Harrison. There's saved by Cirillo. Puck is still loose. Cirillo is down now. The whistle blows. And we have a Buff and a Rebel wrestling each other a little bit. It's been a tough game tonight, not an extremely physical game. Maybe that will happen tomorrow when we start to build a little dislike. And it looks like we're going to have a penalty, maybe matching penalties here. 17:49 to go in the game. Looks like might be matching penalties. We'll look at the scoreboard, see what the scoreboard tells us. So up and aboard for UNLV. It's penalty to Jared Turcotte. And we are going to have matching penalties. So Turcotte's going to go off for UNLV. Adams will go off for Colorado. So Colorado loses a defenseman as UNLV controls, and of course, these two teams will get back together tomorrow afternoon at 2:30 here at City National. So get on out here and enjoy skating Rebel hockey as the puck is loose in front. Wrister save. I don't think that ever got to Cirillo, but a good chance there by Harrison. Harrison had a small window, did not get it in on Cirillo. 1:28 to go, and the matching penalties hit in the high slot area. Now the puck finds a Rebel. Could be, it looks like Plonsky. Good to see Plonsky back. But here's a turnover the other way. Here comes the Buffs. Here comes the Buffs, and the puck never gets in by Jacoby. And a loose puck in front. A terrific save by Idison as Gregory had the loose puck. Another save by Idison. And a great chance there by Javelin. And a great chance by Jacoby. And Javelin was right on the doorstep where the puck was loose. 1 minute to go, and the matching penalties will skate 4-on-4 for another minute. Puck won by the Buffs. Casella from the point. Saved by Geisbrecht. Loose puck in front. Geisbrecht's got to jump on those and make sure they don't get back out to a Buffalo player roaming in front. See what I did there? Controlled by Pearson. Pearson dumps it in. Chased there by Fink. Fink gets to it, back to Pearson. Pearson backhands it in front, and a shot in on Cirillo makes a save. 31 seconds to go in the matching penalties, 16:20 to go in the game. And you look around this beautiful facility, I'm looking down the Rebel bench. Good to see assistant coach Nick Raboni on the bench. Jeff May, former Las Vegas Wrangler, also on the bench, played over 100 games in the ECHL for the Wranglers, amongst other teams. And of course, head coach Anthony Vigneri Greener, who has a highly decorated, or had a highly decorated career at UNLV. Wrister wide. The puck was dropped off to Kinsella, now back out to the point. Kinsella chasing it, finally gets it, pokes it back to the point, but in deep. Here's a turnover in front. And finally UNLV controls. As Toronto finally gets it out of the zone. Colorado desperately trying to push it back in. Here's Lehrman. Lehrman checked there by Perevasov. Backhander by Perevasov out of the zone. Lehrman goes back to pick up his stick for the Buffs. Backhanded in on Kinsella. And now we have some pushing and shoving at center ice. Connor Sullivan for the Buffs, using his stick to show his displeasure. Both penalties have been killed off. So 15:24 to go in the opening game of the 2018-19 season. And it looks like Woodward is going to go off. So Colorado's going to a power play. And it was on the other end of the ice, so it's a little bit difficult to see what had happened on that, but Turcotte, or check that, Woodward is going off for UNLV. So third period face-off in the UNLV end. Big face-off win by the Rebels. And now they've managed to clear it back out to center ice. Matt Adams gives it away. Shot and a save just wide. It was the initial save on the turnover, and then the shot after that just went wide. And UNLV had a golden opportunity on a loose puck off a turnover in front of Cirillo. 1:28 to go on the power play. 14:51 to go in the game. 5-2 UNLV. Big power play here for Colorado. Shot from the point, didn't get it all, and UNLV clears it down. Good job there by Williams, Cody Williams. See, I'll have to say Cody Williams this year because we have an Eric Williams. Speaking of Eric Williams, takes a spill. Crowd react to that. Colorado gets it deep into the UNLV end. Colorado makes tries to get it out of the zone. And we have a whistle. 14:22 to go in the game. 57 seconds left. And the penalty to Woodward. Face-off will be down in the Colorado end. One thing talking to Coach Vigneri Greener last week, he emphasized he wanted pucks to have a purpose. I think when he goes back and watches the film on this one, I think he'll be happy. I think both teams will be extremely happy, honestly. So we're going to have a second penalty, put a second penalty up on the board. So UNLV is going to go to a power play as one of the Rebels was dumped at center ice. Puck in on Cerullo. So now we're skating at 4-on-4 for another minute or another 37 seconds. And then UNLV will go on a power play for a minute too. So back to skating 4-on-4. Blocked there nicely by Williams, Eric Williams. Now it looks like we're going to have potentially another call. And we'll see who this is on. This call was made a long way from the play, but it looks like this one's going to go on Colorado. And we'll just get it officially, and that's right, this one will go. Well, we saw Colorado go off, and now I see 37 up on the board, and that's Turcotte for UNLV. So it appears now that Colorado, and that's what's going up on the board. So Colorado will now have a 4-on-3 advantage for another 23 seconds. And Jacoby has it for Colorado. Back out to the half wall, back out to the point. Here's Sullivan. Sullivan in front, a little bit of traffic. Geisbrook manages it nicely. Back out to the point, here's Sullivan. Down low to Williams. And check that to Doyle. Back to Sullivan, over to Doyle. Stick save by Geisbrook. Pereversov tried to get it out of the zone, not able to do so, but finally cleared there by Toronto. So now we're going to skate 4-on-4 for 52 seconds. We'll skate 4-on-4 for 44 seconds, and then Colorado will go on a 33-second power play as the puck is dumped in back down into Colorado end with 12:59, just under 13 minutes left in the game. 5-2 UNLV. Chased there by Jacoby. Token pressure by the Rebels. I'm hearing things. Pucked in, down low. Here's Patalva. Patalva chasing the puck, gives it up. Now the Rebels go back the other way. Here's Toronto. Toronto giving it on off to Cefalos. Cefalos is dumped, no call. Back the other way is the Buffs. 2-on-2. Poked away. Good job there by Hetzel. Hetzel gets his stick in front of Gregory. Gregory not able to get a shot off. Colorado gets a shot, clean shot off from the point. Wrister, and Geisbrook gets on it and saves, and the whistle is blown. So Colorado has a 23 seconds. Colorado has 23 seconds left in their power play. Colorado owns a 34-27 advantage, shot advantage, with 12-12 left in the game. Big face-off there here in the UNLV zone. Here's Malone. Malone will take the face-off for UNLV. Apparently you don't have to stay outside the circle anymore. This is won by Mitchell. And back to the Rebels. Here's Hetzel. Hetzel gets it out of the zone. 12 seconds to go into power play. Almost getting down to crunch time for Colorado to come up with a goal. You would think on power play opportunity, it would really push the envelope. Shot in on Geisbrook. Geisbrook makes it easy save. Here's a shot from hit from behind on Fink, and they certainly are going to go off as there's pushing and shoving, and everybody's got their sticks up. There's Plonsky. Plonsky's got his stick up. It's right in front of me. Mitchell also has his stick up. Plonsky puts a hand in Mitchell's face, and everybody's coming to the corner now. Plonsky gets drilled. Or check that, there's going to be a penalty right now. But Fink gets drilled. And of course, UNLV's going on a power play on this. There's a shot from behind. And those are the little things, the little differences between winning and losing. The last thing you need at this point, as Mitchell is going to go off, certainly from a cross check or a boarding call. Take your pick on that. But that's the difference between winning and losing late in the game. You cannot give up a power play opportunity, especially on a play like that. It's just a shot from behind, and the face-off is going down in the Colorado end. And whether it's UNLV or Colorado, discipline has to be the name of the game at this point. Back to the center point is Asaf. Asaf rips it in. Here's a big, juicy rebound in front. No Rebel there to punch it home. UNLV still controls. 1:43 to go in the power play. And Colorado looks to break it out. They do. Through the neutral zone. Here's Casella. Saved by Geisbert. He's going to go back the other way. Fink with his head up. Just couldn't get it in transition quick enough, so he's decided to pull it back to Asaf. Asaf gets it off to Fink. Fink lays it off. Here's another big hit, but it was from the side, completely legal. UNLV has it in the Colorado end. Cross ice pass, unable to handle it with 10:53 to go in the game. 1:09 to go in the power play. Big power play for both teams. On a kill for Colorado and for UNLV. As a shot in on Cerullo as he makes a save. We're talking to Coach Anthony Vigneri-Greener. He said to me he's very anxious, and in fact, both head coaches tonight, Eric Ballard, Coach Ballard from Colorado, said the same thing. Very anxious to see what they have, because obviously you can practice as much as you want. You can have inter-squad scrimmages, shot just wide, but until you actually see this in live competition, you don't really know what you got. Both teams have a lot of turnovers. UNLV still controls on a power play in the Colorado end. Now giving up. Geisbert comes out to play, move around Geisbert, and UNLV gives up a short-handed goal to Hall as Geisbert decided to come out and try to make the play, and Hall with a head of steam scores for Colorado. And that's a short-handed goal for the Buffs to make it 5-3. And probably if Geisbert decided to have that back, he would probably just sit back and try to make the save. Either way, Colorado's going to have a breakaway inside, or they're going to have an easy goal. But now it's 5-3 UNLV with 10:22 left. But UNLV still has 39 seconds to go in that power play. And Kozubski will take the face-off for the Rebs. It's Kozubski, Williams, and Woodward on the ice now for the Rebels. One there by Colorado. Colorado's done a good job in the face-off circle tonight. Don't have the official numbers in front of me, but I would venture to say that it's a definitive edge for the Buffs in the circle. UNLV goes back to regroup. Here's Williams. Williams dumps it in. Pucks with a purpose every time they dump it in. Let's see if they find a purpose on the other end. And in this case, they do. UNLV tries to keep it in. Good stick work there by Colorado. There's a big check in front of the UNLV bench that sends the guys scattering a little bit. A few smiles, so that means everybody's okay. 5 seconds to go on the power play. 9:47 left in the game. 5-3 skating Rebels from City National Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Malone takes the face-off for the Rebels. Wins the face-off back to Perevasov. And Perevasov dumps it back down deep. Puck found the stick of Malone. Malone couldn't get a quality shot off, but UNLV still buzzing in the offensive zone. Colorado desperately trying to get it out. Still unable to do so as the Rebels trying to find a lane to Cerullo. And they have control of the puck down low, but not able to get quality shots off as Perevasov took a check, but not before he dumped it in deep. And then finally Colorado was able to clear. Back the other way. See, I think everybody should have the names on the back of their jersey, especially when they're not on the roster. Here's Perevasov down low, and we have a whistle. Well, end-to-end action, 5-3. This game is far from over. Shots on goal favor the Buffs at 35-28. 8:48 to go, third period. Face-off will be down in the UNLV end. In all of these face-offs, especially in a 5-3 game, all of these face-offs are extremely important. And Malone again tried to win the face-off for UNLV. Not able to do so. Puck is given up to the Buffs in the UNLV end. Big hit, potentially never happened in front of me. Well, the Rebels have been dumped. No call on the play as Colorado still buzzing in the UNLV end. Back to the point. Here's a wrist redirection. Idison didn't have to get a stick on it, but was in position to do so. Good redirection. In front! Wide open was Jablin. Jablin couldn't put it home. Tried to pick a corner, and now we're going to have a penalty. It looks like on Colorado. And then Lehrman takes a spill. I hope they don't call that. Then he takes a third and a second spill. And not sure what's going on with Lehrman. I don't know if he lost an edge, but Lehrman fell like 3 times. Tried to get up and fell 3 times. Regardless, there's going to be a power play for UNLV. And the penalty is going to go to Trace Jablin. So that takes last year's returning leading scorer off the ice, and UNLV will have 2 minutes, and they will also have a 5 on, well, it looks like they're putting a second penalty up. They're also putting a penalty up to Lehrman, and Lehrman fell down 3 times. I didn't see what that penalty was. Perhaps falling down 3 times is a penalty. So when the dust settles, UNLV has a 5-on-3 advantage right now with 8 minutes to go in the game. There's an unsportsmanlike conduct, a shot, a save by Cerullo. So there was an unsportsmanlike conduct. I think that was on Lehrman. I'd love to see the replay on that because Lehrman gets up, and I mean, I don't know if we have one here, and I'm guessing we don't, but Lehrman, he tries to skate off like 3 times. The first time he fell, and I thought, okay, well, he just fell, but then he fell again and then again. And so apparently, I don't know what, he got the unsportsmanlike conduct, but I didn't see exactly what it was, but love to see that play again. Perhaps getting ready for the World Cup. Here's UNLV back into the Colorado end. Back out to the point. Wraps it around the outside. Trying to find a lane. Shot. Save. I think the shot went wide of Cerullo by Eric Williams. Williams definitely had an open chance there. Just couldn't find a net. So UNLV 5-on-3 with 1 minute 12 for another minute 12. 7:22 to go in the game. And UNLV would almost seal the victory with a goal here. Face off down in the Buffs end. We're not at a great angle, so I can't see the numbers on this, but I can see who wins the face-off. And Colorado does win the face-off, gets it back out. Chased there by Williams, Eric Williams. He's joined there by Kozubski. Kozubski was looking for a return pass. Williams elected not to give it to him. And UNLV back to quick passes around the perimeter, trying to get it back out to the point. Finally does. Big hit there by the Buffs, unable to clear it in. UNLV still in control. Here's Lawson. Lawson tries to find somebody in front. Can't do it. Gets it back to Turcotte. Puck is loose in front. And nobody from UNLV can get a stick on it. Players are spilling everywhere. Puck still out of the goal crease. And that in front of net, that one is not out of the goal crease. That one is behind Cerullo. And UNLV gets a power play goal to make this game 6-3 with 6:33 to go. And you don't want to say that sealed the deal, but that's 3 goals with 6:33 to left. And we're going to give that goal to Cody Williams. It looks like Williams poked that puck home. Loose puck in front of Cerullo. A bunch of players down on the ice. And it looks like Cody Williams was able to gather the puck in and just slip it under Cerullo to give UNLV a 6-3 lead. And they also still had 24 seconds to go of power play time because it was a 5-on-3 advantage. So 16 seconds to go in that, 6:23 to go in the game. And Colorado better get one quick to remain within reach of UNLV. Cody Williams is announced as the goal scorer. See about an assist. Shot goes just wide and out of play of Geisberg. Definitely could not pick out an assist on that. I know that there was an assist on that. Did you get that, my friendly spotter? No? No? Okay. Thanks. Thank you for your help tonight. Puck down in the Rebel end, taking there, Paxton Malone now taking face-off, won by the Buffs. Big block there by Fink. Colorado tried to get the puck out of the zone, not able to do so as Colorado still maintains control. Fink goes to the bench as he might have taken that one off the shin. 5:42 left in the game. Puck now poked loose from the half wall. Still not cleared, and now finally cleared out of the zone as UNLV goes for a quick change. Shot in on Cerullo. Cerullo had to make a quick save, and then he had to be in position to make a potential second save that never found the goal mouth, but certainly was loosed in front if the Rebel was there to pounce on it. 5:15 to go, third period. 6-3 UNLV. Colorado's got to start forechecking heavily now. Start forcing the action. Don't worry about getting beat on a pass up the ice. You have to get in deep and make sure that UNLV and force bad passes, especially in the offensive zone. This puck goes down on Geisberg. Geisberg goes out and confidently takes the puck and gets it back to Hetzel. Hetzel takes a big hit. UNLV gets it out to center ice. 4:33 left to go, third period. Asaf comes back out on D4 UNLV and now chases it in deep. Puck finally picked up by Pearson. Pearson throws it along the boards. Now UNLV in control. Asaf back on up to Cefalis. Cefalis with a head up through center ice. Now rode into the boards on the left-hand side. Cross ice pass. Doesn't find his mark, and then finally Pearson decides to join the fray. Pearson can't control it as the puck is still it comes out, and then it would be offside. So Colorado maintains control as UNLV decides to make a line change. Colorado needs to score quickly. Here's a chance as Asaf is doing a masterful job on defense, making sure that no quality opportunities are in front of them. There's one there, almost a 2-on-1 developed for UNLV. Stick to side by Cerullo. No real threat there as UNLV desperately trying to keep it in their own offensive end. And a great job there by Asaf, as down on his knees, keeps the puck in the zone and keeps the offensive threat moving forward for the Rebels. Cross ice pass there, not able to find its target as the Rebels still keep it in. Eric Williams, shot just wide of Cerullo, and then finally the puck gets out of the offensive end. 2:55 to go. UNLV is less than 3 minutes away from taking this opening game of the 18-19 season as they control down in their own end. D-to-D pass, here's Williams. Williams gets it off his stick quick. That's one thing about UNLV, they get the puck and they get the puck off their stick quick, not allowing the defenseman to come over and make a play. Here's Kozubski. Kozubski wrapping around, gets it off to the point. Here's a chance for Colorado. Shot, save, puck is loose in front. Stick to side by Idison. Colorado still has it in their zone. And UNLV now able to get it out of the zone. 2:14 to go in the game. 6-3, UNLV. Shots on goal in favor of Colorado, 37-34. But you could tell the stamina advantage has been with UNLV in the last 10 minutes for sure. Rebels control. Here's Toronto. And Toronto just gets it up into the corner. And a whistle blows. So 1:51 to go in the third period. 6-3 UNLV, and I think if you ask Coach Vigneri Greener, I think he'd be very happy with the effort tonight. Dressed 7 defensemen for this game. worried about the defensive depth a little bit headed into the season, but I think after game one, he has to be pretty happy with the effort tonight. Here's a loose puck in front. Colorado gets it, a shot just wide, doesn't get to Geisberg. So my thoughts are still with you, Eric Idison. Puck loose on a far boards, chased there by Kozubski. Kozubski not able to maintain complete control of it. Therefore, the puck is still bouncing around. Now the Rebels get it out. 1:22 to go in the third period. Here's the giveaway in front. Trying to make the right decision with it. The goal mouth is open. Shot in front, nobody there to receive the pass as Cirillo goes out to make a play. And there's a mauling in the corner with no call there. Because you have to be looking at the play to make a call. 1 minute to go in the game. And they give Colorado a lot of credit that they're not trying to send any messages for tomorrow, although that was a gigantic hit along the far half board. But gigantic and legal at the same time. 40 seconds to go in the game. UNLV is going to go to 1-0 on the season, barring a miracle. Here's a giveaway. Here's Doyle. Doyle gets it in on Geisberg, and Geisberg has to make another save. 27 seconds to go, 25 seconds to go. Puck goes out to the neutral zone as Colorado controls. Still token pressure by UNLV. Still forcing them to beat them in all three zones, which Colorado has at times tonight looked very good doing. As the puck bounces behind Geisberg, now controlled by the Rebels. Puck up to Fink, doesn't find its target. 3 seconds to go, 2 seconds to go, 1 second to go. And UNLV has taken the opening game of the 2018-19 season by defeating the Buffs from Colorado 6-3 at City National Arena as the Rebels are celebrating in front of Geisberg. Geisberg had to make 35 saves tonight for the victory. On the flip side of that, Jake Cirillo made 28 saves in a losing effort, but many times he made big saves to keep the Buffs within at least a reasonable distance of the Rebels as the Rebels go to center ice and salute the fans that came out to support them tonight. Now make sure, guys, this is not something that happens on every game for sure. Tomorrow, 2:30, UNLV will play Colorado in game 2 of this series in an effort to go to 2-0 on the season, but guarantee that the Buffs will come out firing tomorrow night after a good night's sleep. Well, make sure you get out to City National Arena tomorrow to support UNLV, support hockey in Vegas like we know we all love to do. And we appreciate you sticking around for the broadcast tonight. Final score from City National Arena, UNLV 6, Colorado 3. I'm Dana Lane. Thanks for listening tonight. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon from City National.